Andrew, I had to wait till the clock struck midnight before I could say hello. How are you, sir?
I am wonderful. It's amazing.
I'm happy to see you.
2024.
Oh my gosh almighty. A new year, a new beginning.
Yeah, no, it's funny. My sister and I used to always calculate how old we'd be in the year 2000.
Scary.
I don't even want to think about how old I am in the year 2024. But yes, we've been doing this for 44 years. I've been making meal replacements for almost 40 years. Our original meal replacement was technically very sound, but we didn't really focus on flavor, so it was very poorly reviewed. Our current meal replacement is technically, scientifically, incredibly sound. It's basically a multivitamin, multimineral as part of your meal replacement. But also, the biggest focus, the greatest attention of this product's development went to flavor, because we realized that no matter how perfect a meal replacement might be scientifically or technically, it doesn't matter at all if it doesn't taste good.
Right.
So the investment we made on this, in fact, one of the more, the recent sort of criticisms we might hear about it is that it has too much flavor. But we'd rather make a meal replacement with too much flavor that you can then dilute, that you could add things to, with something that has inadequate flavor that you're not going to use and it won't be successful. And certainly with meal replacements, they've become very expensive. Their flavor is just awful because flavor is expensive, so yet their prices go up. This is the most affordable my meal replacement has ever been, and we've been doing it for decades. So on the largest size, you're looking at about 60 cents a meal.
Yes.
So it's an incredible opportunity to not just get the nutrition you need, support your weight loss goals or your weight management goals. And so many of us might be now embracing these various pharmaceutical interventions for weight loss, which even if you do, we still have to modify our lifestyle. Those drugs are not magic. So again, this is an opportunity to modify our lifestyle in a way that the science, the clinical studies for decades have shown that meal replacements work. Simple, straightforward way to go about supporting your weight loss goals is with a meal replacement. You won't find one that's more affordable. You won't find one that tastes better, that's lower in calories, which gives you flexibility to add what you want, and it's still low in calories. So it's that time of year. We do this only once a year, and then it essentially goes away. And this is the opportunity to save.
There's a lot that we're going to show you and share with you. We'll talk a lot about flavor and whether you love the coffee or the vanilla or the pina colada, which is my favorite, or the chocolate, which is like you went to your favorite fast food restaurant. Pricing, to Andrew's point, under $1 a meal, 60 cents or so on that larger size, 20, 60, 100, 200, or 300. And Andrew, what I always love is in the 200 and 300, I could choose all one flavor, or I could mix and match.
And so you have the flexibility, and the vanilla, for me, the vanilla is the most flexible because that you could add whatever you want. You could make a green drink with it. You could do what we typically do at home, which is berries, banana, and the chocolate. You could add nut butter to it. And what's great, because they're between 63 and 69 calories, it's low in calories, so even if you add nut butter or non-fat yogurt or fruit, berries, banana, pineapple, whatever you decide to add, you still are looking at a meal replacement that's barely going to be about 100 calories or so. And if you just add water, which is often how I use it, if you just add water, they're 63 to 69 calories. You might wonder why they're not all the same level of calories. The reason why is we make such an investment in flavor that flavor actually not just contributes, but determines the final caloric content. That's how significant the contribution. Most companies, they just add some super concentrated flavor and that's it. Doesn't affect the calories, doesn't affect anything. But ours, our chocolate and our coffee are the highest in calories, the vanilla is the lowest in calories. That's the simplest to put together. And with our chocolate, we use multiple different chocolate flavors, the same with the coffee. So it's a way to make a meal replacement enjoyable. And frankly, if it's not enjoyable, it's really not going to work. It's not going to be something that you'll embrace consistently. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but our bodies are really programmed to look for delicious, sweet, fatty, yummy things. It's not because we just crave sweet, fatty, yummy things. We crave energy. And energy is associated with sweet things, sugar. Energy is associated with fatty things, the richest source of calories per gram are fats. So our blueprint demands we seek out these foods. Our meal replacement is designed to provide you that satisfaction, that sweet, yummy, fatty satisfaction without giving you a bunch of sugar, without giving you a bunch of fat. Low calorie, yet rich and satisfying. So it gives you the satisfaction that a meal replacement has to deliver along with the nutrition as well.
There's over 3,700 five-star reviews, and the main message that you get from so many of these reviews are two words: it works. If you've tried every crazy diet, if you've tried every type of plan that's out there, and you find that you start well, but you quickly fall off the wagon, you have to try Andrew's Secure Meal Replacement, because it's the science of weight loss. And as Andrew just said, the reason why people adore it is because it satisfies, it satiates, and it allows you to enjoy the experience, because the vanilla tastes like the best vanilla in the world. The coffee tastes like the best coffee. The chocolate is to die for, and the pina colada feels like you've gone to Barbados on a tropical vacation. The flavor is the reason, Andrew, why we keep going back to do it again.
And what's funny, the flavor is, it's not magic to develop a delicious meal replacement. We go to those fast food restaurants. They have delicious shakes. I can name them. You probably have your own, whether it's chocolate, vanilla, sort of a tropical one, even berry ones, that they all have these delicious shakes. And when my meal replacement for the first 10 or 15 years tasted terrible, finally, you know, the little light bulb went over my head. Well, I'm just going to the guys that make all the flavors for them. And that's exactly what we did. So we went and borrowed the same flavor technology that was used to make those drinks that we crave, but I made sure I also put in the protein, the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients you want, and without the other things you want. It's low in sugar, low in fat, all those things, low in sodium. So we put together a delicious, healthy version of the same exact flavoring ingredients those guys use. So it wasn't rocket science, as they say. It was actually quite straightforward. And again, how great is it, and you read this all the time in the reviews, how great is it if you crave something that's giving you the nutrition you want and gives you an opportunity to lose weight? And the reason why meal replacement science, and I'm talking about for decades, and I'll read some quotes from the science, is so compelling, so convincing, so consistent, is if you manage to skip 1 or 2 meals a day, and you could do that consistently, even just 1 meal a day, replace it with something that's 100 calories. That typical meal, at best, is going to be 500 calories. In all likelihood, probably closer to 1,000 calories. The calories you save over the course of a week can be 1 pound or more when you're talking about a typical meal versus a meal replacement. So it really is an easy, consistent way. What I always say about when I sit down to a table, because I've often been referred to in my lifetime as, thank goodness I do so much sports, as the human garbage disposal. Or I'm on the seafood.
In the most affectionate way.
Yeah, in a most affectionate way. I kind of ate my parents out of house and home as a child. But when we look at food, every time we sit down to a meal, we kind of get in harm's way. So if we could delete 1 of those meals a day, replace it with something that's delicious, that's satisfying, that if you could eat a meal that has more vitamins and minerals than this, calcium, magnesium, I think between all of the vitamins, it's between 50 and I think as high as 500% of the RDA of all the vitamins. Right. If you could eat a meal like that, my hat's off to you, because none of us do typically. We're lucky to get even a fraction of that over the course of the entire day. So it's rich in nutrition, rich in protein. It doesn't give you the things you don't want: no cholesterol, no trans fats. It's dairy-free, it's gluten-free, it's non-GMO. It's designed to be delicious, and it's designed to deliver a tool. And as I said before, even if, and that's why supposedly, if we're going to be using those pharmaceutical interventions for weight loss, they come with counseling about changing our lifestyle and diet. Otherwise, we'll be cycling on and off or just taking those drugs for the rest of our lives, which is should not be anyone's goal. But this is an opportunity to deliver a change in diet, a change in lifestyle, if you're going to be embracing those medications as well. Whatever approach you're taking, I always say my meal replacements are non-denominational or the multi-denominational. They work with it, whatever you're doing, because they deliver sound nutrition, an experience that's going to be enjoyable, which there isn't much about weight loss that's enjoyable, because frankly, we all love to eat. I try to eat healthy, but I love to eat. And thank goodness the holidays and New Year's are gone, because now I get to refocus myself. And hopefully we all do. And this is an opportunity to do it in a simple, straightforward fashion and embrace science. That I didn't invent science. I simply invented and created a product that does, I believe, if you objectively look at the science, we do the best job of delivering the science of meal replacement.
We have a really busy night tonight, including the first ever time vitamin C has been a today's special, one of 5 in total. So we have about 13 minutes left. What we're seeing is most people ordering the 300 servings, the 300 meals, which is about 60 cents a meal. It's incredible in this day and age. Andrew, pricing would be nearly $400. We're under $180.
And well, at 60 cents a meal in the large size, I think it's about 70 cents a meal in the next to large size. So it's incredibly affordable. What I was going to do is mix one up if we...
Yes, what would you like?
Well, I was going to take, because that's only 1 scoop.
Yeah.
Let me have the vanilla, the one on
Over
the
here?
far. That's, I think, is that pina colada or vanilla?
Vanilla.
The vanilla,
I
okay,
think.
good. So it's easy to see on camera because
Yeah.
it's light. But what I was going to do is typically we all worry about whether our protein is going to mix in a blender even or not.
Yeah.
Because they tend to be granular, they're not very soluble. So that's 1 scoop. That's 2 scoops.
Okay.
And I've done this in the past. That's 3 scoops.
A normal serving is how many scoops?
1 scoop. But what I want to show everyone is when it comes to designing our products, we really leave no stone unturned. And because solubility is about flavor, solubility is about ease of use. So, and that's probably about 8 ounces of water that barely fit in there. And just right now, you could smell the powder already.
Yeah.
But they're designed to be super soluble, that even in whatever it is here, 10 seconds or so,
Yeah.
I think all of it has mixed. That's no blender, just a spoon in a glass, in about 8 ounces of water, and about 4 servings
That's
in 8
incredible.
ounces of water. I mean, what powder is going to be that soluble? And then, if you do this at home, when you mix it, it's not that like there's going to be chunks of powder. It's fully mixed. It's completely soluble.
And the thing is, a lot of these meal replacements, they're chalky, they don't have a nice taste.
It's so rich. That's the one. The flavor's amazing. That's way more concentrated than anyone should do at home.
But the point is proven, right?
But even that's 240 calories, because it's only 63 calories per serving of the vanilla meal replacement. And you're going to be getting almost 30 grams of protein.
And whether it's in milk, almond milk, or water, it doesn't matter.
But as you can see, it's fully dissolved, as you can see on the glass.
Yeah, it is.
And if you just mix, and say if I were to take, well, there's a scoop of chocolate right there.
Chocolate
I'll
right
take
there.
that. If you just dump that scoop in here,
Okay.
then you can see how easily it mixes with just a single serving, and we'll even use much less.
It's so delicious. I know it's impossible to really express it until you try it yourself, but when you do, you'll see why people stick with it and get success with it.
But as you can see, that was probably 5 seconds of
Yes.
stirring. And even that's chocolate. That's a single serving, and that was probably in about, because there's less powder in there, that was probably in about 8 or 10 ounces of water.
Yeah.
But you see how rich it looks, and the chocolate is, as I said, we use multiple chocolate flavors. It's remarkable, and mind you, that's in water. You could put it in non-fat milk, you could put it in a blender, you could add banana, you could add nut butter, you could add ice, non-fat yogurt. All of these things, what we do is we start with that really, really rich flavor because we want to give you the tools to make a variety of interesting experiences. My mom just likes the chocolate. Every single day, I do a special vitamin blend for my mom. every single day, she has her chocolate secure with that vitamin blend and with a small amount of omega-3 that I add for her. But every single day, she doesn't want to try anything else. It's just the chocolate. She loves the chocolate. But when you have a flavor experience like these offer, and the only reason I did it in this fashion was that was the feedback I got. A decade or more of listening to criticism, I finally decided that I needed to make a meal replacement that wasn't just, I wasn't just super proud of the science that was the underpinnings of this meal replacement. I had to make sure that the whole experience was great. And that was all about flavor, and that's when I wasn't proud. That's when I decided, okay, I'm going to copy those fast food shakes. That's all they are about, is tasting great. So I took their flavor technology, added it to our meal replacement science, and that's what Secure has been, and that's why Secure has been so successful for decades now, for almost 30 years.
I think there's so many of us who are so skeptical and so fed up and tired of the gimmicks and crazies that are out there. Let me frame it like this, because I think this might help give you that confidence. This is Home Shopping Network's most successful weight management product of all time. And I don't just mean in terms of sales, I mean in reviews, because a lot of us have tried things that simply do not work. The number of reviews, which is now bordering on 4,000 perfect 5-star reviews, is remarkable. So anybody out there that is unsure or uncertain or fed up of spending good money after bad on something that hasn't worked, I implore you to try Andrew's Secure Meal Replacement, remembering this only happens one time a year. So it's on this day in January that we say, listen, it's the lowest price of the year, it's the incentive we need, it's that boost in the right direction. Tomorrow, the pricing would be $389.90 for the 300 meals. Still an amazing value. If you order it right now, it is $179.90. You're saving more than you're spending. And remember, when you get it home, if you don't love it, if you're not seeing the results that you want, if you don't love the flavor, you can return it to us for a refund of the purchase price. But Andrew, I know you take great passion and pride in this. It's not a gimmick, it's the real deal.
Well, it's the result of almost 4 decades of our research and development on this product. It's constantly evolving. On this chart here, we'll go over a little bit of the basics of the product. There's no cholesterol, no trans fat. As I said before, it's non-GMO, all of these wonderful things. And then I want to read some charts on the actual science of meal replacement, quotes directly from the science, and then read some reviews. But if we look at this chart, it's 63 to 69 calories. The reason why it varies is because flavor determines the calories, because flavor is such a major component in this product. Less than 30 carbohydrate calories, 21 essential vitamins and minerals, 70% of the RDA vitamin C,
wow.
500% of B12, 500% of biotin, the beauty vitamin. That's more than they give you in the daily multivitamins out there. 40 to 100% of the RDA of all B vitamins, 70% of the RDA vitamin E, higher than a lot of multivitamins out there. 25% magnesium, 15% of the RDA of calcium, higher than most all the multivitamins out there. So, and if you read the science from Nutrition Journal, very respected journal, meal replacement shakes have been studied extensively for both medical and public health efforts to combat obesity. Meal replacement shakes represent an important strategy in combating the worldwide epidemic of obesity due to their simplicity and convenience. By the way, more than 40% of Americans are obese. Right. Almost 40% are overweight. Right. We're pushing almost 80% overweight and obese in this country. Meal replacement simplifies the weight loss regimens by replacing 1 or 2 meals a day with a product of defined nutrient and caloric content. The Annals of Nutrition and Metabolism, recent studies have shown that meal replacement regimens are safe and are associated with greater weight loss than individualized diet plans. Greater weight loss. It has been, and this is 60 cents a meal, it has been suggested that diets containing soy protein may further accelerate weight loss. Non-GMO soy protein, of course. Nutrition Journal. Results of our previous research, as well as that of others, to demonstrate the safety and efficacy of meal replacements for weight loss and weight maintenance among overweight and obese individuals. Evidence has shown that dietary interventions utilizing meal replacements result in greater weight loss and better compliance, meaning easier to stick to, are more likely to ensure adequate intake of essential nutrients, that you get the nutrients you need, and demonstrate higher satisfaction, and lower dropout rates compared to other diets. And so all we do, with all that great science on meal replacements, all we do is make sure we make the best meal replacement. So these are reviews. Delicious. I am blown away with how good this is. The chocolate is amazing, and not only does it taste great, it's only 67 calories. I now use it as my creamer, sweetener for my iced coffee in the morning. Definitely the best tasting meal replacement I have had. Best meal replacement. By far the best tasting meal replacement drink I have ever tried. And believe me, I've tried a lot. I don't get hungry after having my shake for several hours. Not gritty and not hard to blend. Right. Give it a try. You'll love it. That's why I blended 4 scoops in one portion. Secure meal replacement. I started a diet program that had a protein shake. I switched out their shake with Andrew Lessman's shake and couldn't be happier. This is my 3rd order, and this time I'm going for the largest size. This is the creamiest, tastiest, best protein shake I've ever had. I get the vanilla flavor and mixed with unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Hands down, the best. I usually have it for breakfast or lunch and occasionally a snack in the evening. You just cannot go wrong with this product. I would recommend from Kimber in Maryland. Even if it didn't taste great, it's just so healthy and beneficial and so supportive of any meal replacement, any weight loss or weight management plan. Yummy. I normally love the Secure Meal Replacement coffee. This time I tried the pina colada, as we say, it's a tropical holiday. I blended it with spinach, half a banana, and threw in some collagen. Wow. It was so delicious, even my husband loved it. A great compliment. It's hard to believe this shake was so good and so healthy from Belmark in Florida. Tasty. I've used the Secure Meal Replacement shake every morning for years. This is the best tasting, lowest calorie meal replacement I have ever used. I have every flavor on hand. Sometimes I mix a half scoop each of coffee and chocolate for a mocha shake. Wow. I will never be without this product from Jack in Michigan. Amazing quality, amazing value. And by the way, today is the best pricing ever on a product that's huge, more than 30 years old. I've been using Andrew Lessman's vitamins for more than 20 years. I remember one year I lived in Bermuda and I paid high taxes and high shipping just to get my vitamins. They're just the best. The protein shakes I used to buy were discontinued, so I looked all over for a new shake that would live up to my standards. Low calorie, and most of all, have a great taste. I tried them all, and Andrew Lessman's Secure Meal Replacement Vanilla Shake is my winner. Best tasting I've ever tried. I tried many meal replacement powders, but the Secure Meal Replacement Vanilla is the best of the best. Since it is so low in calories, I sometimes drink it as my beverage with a meal. It tastes like a real shake. Love it. From Arlene in Texas. I guess we're running out of time here.
We could spend the whole night talking about the reviews because they're so powerful though, right?
Well, again, meal replacements almost sound too simple for as powerful and as effective. I think we're always looking for some pharmaceutical intervention or some complicated thing that we have to do with a trainer or a meal planner or a nutritionist or a dietitian. And if that's the path you want to take, that's fantastic. But meal replacement science is simple, it's straightforward, and as the science itself said, it works better than the other diet plans. It's simple, it's straightforward, and as far as meal replacement goes, when it comes to Secure, it is the lowest calorie. It gives you what you want, what you need. It eliminates all the things you don't want, and it's just plain delicious. That's the best part of all.
I hope we've tempted you. If you are looking to lose weight in this new year and you're looking for a proven way to do it with science that backs it up and a 30-plus year history and legacy behind it, it's Andrew's Secure Meal Replacement. Pricing today is enormous, around 60 cents a serving in the larger sizes. Do remember, in the 200 and 300 meal, you can choose all one flavor or a combination of 2 here or a combination of 3. So you could do vanilla, pina colada, and chocolate, or just do all chocolate if you wanted to. If it doesn't work for you, you can return it for a refund of the purchase price. But as Andrew said, it's this time, Andrew, it's been on so long. People love it.